Hey guys, it's jacobcullip back here again for yet another Premier League predictions video, but this time it's midweek games. The first midweek games of this season. It's Christmas. The fixtures are all getting bundled together, and this is the best time to be a football fan because games every day, and loads more to come, and loads coming Saturday, so watch out for another Premier League predictions video. So this is Matchday 13. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. So let's have a look at the predictions from the last video, which wasn't that many days ago. It's actually crazy to think, and this is why I love Christmas, because football and it's Christmas. Who doesn't like Christmas? Apart from those who don't. If you don't like Christmas, comment down below. I'm very intrigued. But anyway, we don't care about Christmas, we care about football. So let's have a look at last. I keep saying about last week's, it's last game week predictions. So first was the Leeds and West Ham. I said 2-1 Leeds. It ended up being 2-1 West Ham. Got the right result, just the other way around. Absolutely unbelievable. Wolves Aston Villa. I said 2-0 Wolves. Ended up being 1-0 to Aston Villa in the dying moments with a penalty and 2 players sent off. Way wrong on that. Newcastle West Brom. It ended up being 2-1 Newcastle. It was 1-1 until Dwight Gale came back to haunt his former club and get the win for Newcastle. So that ended 2-1 to Newcastle United. Manchester United versus Manchester City. I thought we were going to lose this one. Ended up being a absolutely boring 0-0 draw. I felt like going to bed honestly watching that game. It was mad. Everton versus Chelsea. I said 2-0 Chelsea. Ended up being 1-0 Everton from the penalty spot earlier on. A good win for Everton. Got that wrong again. The past 2 weeks I've been predicting, I've at least got 2 right, and I haven't got any right. This is absolutely unbelievable. Southampton versus Sheffield United. I thought this was going to be closer than it actually was. I said it was going to be 2-1 Southampton. I got Southampton were going to win right. It just ended up being 3-0 to them. Sheffield United, 1 point this season. They've lost every other game. It's hard to see them survive, but it has happened before if you know your Premier League history. Palace versus Spurs. I said it was going to be 2-0 to Spurs, and it ended up being 1-1, which I don't think anyone saw coming. Fulham versus Liverpool. Ended up being 1-1. I said it was going to be 3-1 to Liverpool, so Spurs and Liverpool drop points in the title race. Doesn't really matter because City drew and then Chelsea lost, so the momentum is still with them, and it also depends on this week. So we'll get into that later. Arsenal versus Burnley. I said it was going to be 2-0 to Arsenal, but Arsenal continuing their dismal run of form and then ending up losing 1-0 to a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang own goal. I must congratulate you, Pierre. You've finally broken your goal record, but it was against Arsenal, not for them. A little bit of banter there. Leicester versus Brighton, the final game. I said it was going to be 3-1 to Leicester. I got the 3 goals correct, but I said Brighton were going to score. Ended up being 3-0 Leicester. So close on that one, but I thought Brighton were going to score. But in the end, they didn't, and were 3-0 down at half-time. So that was last week's predictions. Got absolutely none right, but I did get some teams to win, but I didn't get the full predictions right, so no points scored last week. But now it's camera there. It's all the important games of this coming week. Matchday 13. 13 matches played already this season. Time has flown by. So we've got 2 games tonight, at the time of this recording. So we've got Wolves versus Chelsea. Wolves came off a loss in the dying embers of the game against Aston Villa, losing 1-0. Chelsea also lost away at Goodison Park to Everton, but I think Chelsea will bounce back in this game and push their title charge. That's what I'm going to go for. 2-0 Chelsea. Manchester City versus West Brom. West Brom losing to Newcastle 2-1 at St James's Park. City, as I said, in a boring draw with my team Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. But I think City should walk this. If they don't walk this, I am not sure about Manchester City this season. They've already lost 2 games and drawn and dropped loads of points. But I think they'll win this comfortably. I'm going to go for a 4-0 Manchester City victory. Arsenal versus Southampton. This is moving into Wednesday's games. Get myself comfortable in this position on my bed. But, yep, Arsenal versus Southampton. Arsenal, an absolute dismal run of form. Lost 4 games at home in a row now. Southampton doing absolutely impeccable under Ralph Hasenhüttl. And players are absolutely performing. They've got Danny Ings back, Nathan Redmond back. And they proved to be absolutely vital in the past 2 wins. But I think this is going to be a draw, and I'm going to go for 1-1. Leeds United versus Newcastle United. Newcastle are coming off a win. Leeds coming off a loss to West Ham. But I think Leeds are going to bounce back in this game, and I'm predicting a 2-0 win. Leicester versus Everton. This could be a really exciting game. Both teams doing fantastically well this season. Leicester could go for the title. Gary Lineker famously retweeted his tweet on the other day saying if Leicester win the league, he'll wear his underpants on the first match of the day, and he said he would do it again if Leicester win the league. Not sure if Leicester will, but I wouldn't be surprised. Miracles can happen in the Premier League. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leicester win, and I think this is going to be a really close game. Fulham versus Brighton. Still thinking about that. Fulham versus Brighton. Fulham coming off a brilliant performance against Liverpool. Probably unlucky not to win that game. Brighton coming off a really bad 3-0 loss against Leicester City. And I think Fulham are going to get a win in this one and beat Brighton by 2-1. Liverpool versus Spurs. This is the big fixture in this game week. Both teams doing fantastically well this season. Liverpool, like going home, they've only won 1 game away from home. Bet they're happy that this is Anfield. They only won at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, and they haven't done well. Remember, they lost 7-2 to Aston Villa away, and then they've drawn every other one, which is crazy to Liverpool. They've almost dropped more points now than they did the entire of last season when they won the title, which is absolutely mad. Spurs doing fantastically well as well. Both teams, both level on points, currently on 25 points at the top of the Premier League. Spurs on top on goal difference, and I think Spurs will finally break Liverpool's Anfield record, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs victory and put them 3 points above in the Premier League. But I will not be surprised. Every time I doubt Liverpool, they always do something. But I won't be surprised if Liverpool win this, but I think Spurs will finally win at Anfield and go 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League. West Ham versus Palace. West Ham doing really well at the moment, picking up a huge victory at Ellen Road against Leeds. Palace getting a really good 1-1 draw against Tottenham Hotspur, the current league leaders. I think West Ham will continue their brilliant run of form, and I'm going to predict a 2-1 victory to West Ham. Aston Villa versus Burnley. Villa picking up a last-gasp victory against Wolves on Saturday. Burnley winning to a fortuitous own goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang at the Emirates. But I'm going to go for a relatively comfortable Aston Villa win. I'm going to go for 2-0. That was moving into Thursday, sorry. So Liverpool and Spurs was the last game on Wednesday. Moving into Thursday, Villa and Burnley 2-0. Should repeat that. The last game of Matchday 13 is Sheffield United versus my team, Manchester United. So Sheffield United, as I've said, been absolutely abysmal this season. Only got a point in 12 games, which is absolutely abysmal. Manchester United, we haven't lost since Arsenal beat us at Old Trafford, and we've been good run of form. Just a really boring draw against Manchester City. I don't think either team went for it, and Ollie said that was our best performance against them. We took 6 points off them, was Ollie. Still not sure Ollie in or Ollie out. I'm a bit in between, but I'm going to predict a relatively comfortable win for us. I'm going to go for 3-1, but will not be surprised if we're like, here you go Sheffield, have 3 points and you'll be on 4. There you go. I'm not surprised at this point. It's been happening for 7-8 years. But that is predictions for Matchday 13. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe to the Jacob Cullip YouTube channel. And I'll be back on, I think, Friday for Matchday 14 predictions of the Premier League, because as I said, fixtures coming thick and fast. Remember, guys, you need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I've been Jacob Cullip, and remember to put what you think the predictions are going to be on this match week 13. Remember, as I said before, you need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I've been Jacob Cullip, and yeah, guys, peace.